Welcome to our lecture online. Here we're trying to find the specific solution for the case where L is equal to 1 and M sub L is equal to 0. And from the table, you can see that that's what it's going to look like. Now, how do we get that as a solution? Well, first of all, we remember that we made the substitution that x equals the cosine of theta and f sub x equals f of cosine of theta, which means that the theta function is going to be a function of theta, so that these are equal to one another, just a different format of the equation. And when we solved that equivalent differential equation, we found that the solution in the case where L equals 1 and M sub L equals 0, f sub x is equal to x. That's the solution to that equation. Of course, we have to remember that we really should put a constant in front of it and then normalize it to find the value of the constant, but we'll do that later. And then we realize that if the function f of x equals x, that means that the theta function is equal to the cosine of theta, because after all, f of x is in terms of x, and the theta function is in terms of theta. So actually the solution will look something like 8 times the cosine of theta. And there we go, there's the cosine of theta. And then we have to find, of course, the value for a. But what we're going to do here is, so that you just don't have to take my word for it, we're going to take this solution and plug it back into our original differential equation to see that it does indeed solve the solution in the case where L equals 1 and M sub L is equal to 0. So let's go ahead and do that so you feel comfortable. Even though we haven't actually solved the differential equation yet, we're going to plug the cosine of theta back into our solution here, so you'll see that that will actually come out correctly. So starting with our differential equation, we have 1 over the sine of theta times d theta of the sine of theta times the derivative of our function with respect to theta. And since our function is a cosine of theta, the derivative of the cosine is a negative sine. So we have to multiply this times the negative sine of theta, like this, plus, here we have L times L plus 1. Now, since L is equal to 1, 1 times 2 is equal to 2, so this becomes a 2 minus, and M sub L, well, in this case, M sub L is still equal to 0, so it gives us a 0 here, multiply times the function. Now the function, remember, is the cosine of theta. And that should equal 0. So if it does equal 0, if the left side does equal the right side, 0, then we know that this is a correct solution to our differential equation. Remember, again, we're doing the zenith portion of the solution, the second portion of our solution to the Schrödinger equation for the hydrogen atom. Keep things in perspective. So here, what we have here, we have the negative can come out. We have the sine squared, so simplify this a little bit. We have minus 1 over the sine of theta times the ddt, or dd theta, I should say, of the sine squared of theta plus 2 times the cosine of theta equals 0. Okay, taking the derivative of this now, we have minus 1 over the sine of theta. And the derivative of that will be equal to 2 times the sine of theta times the cosine of theta plus 2 times the cosine of theta equals 0. Now here you can see that the sine of theta will cancel out with the sine of theta here. So this gives us minus 2 times the cosine of theta plus 2 times the cosine of theta equals 0. And sure enough, 0 equals 0, which means that we grabbed the solution. Remember, from the table that we saw in a previous video, we knew that the solution to this case, in terms of the function f of x, the solution was equal to x. And that was in the case where L equals 1 and M sub L equals 0. You can dial back to that video and take a look at that, which means that in terms of theta, the solution is going to be the cosine of theta, since x equals the cosine of theta. We now take this solution, we plug it back in the original differential equation that we found by solving for this value right here, for this portion of the Schrödinger equation, and you can see that indeed it satisfies the differential equation. Now all we have to do is find the value for a, and then we'll have the proper format, hopefully if we do it correctly, to show you that that's the specific solution for the case where L equals 1 and M sub L is equal to 0 in the hydrogen atom. So here we see that this is indeed the correct solution. Now we have to find the correct value for the constant, and we'll do that in the next video.